This is a stimulus update and daily news report, and Congress did it. The House and Senate have passed the bill to avoid a government shutdown, at least until a few months later. I'll give you the details on that. When it comes to Omicron, it has officially hit multiple states in the U.S. I'm going to play a video clip of how President Biden and the White House plan to combat Omicron, and I'll give you some other updates on where Omicron is right now. Also, I'll give you the latest stimulus check articles like this. Moving towards a fourth stimulus check, economy could be hit by Omicron, but will the administration act? Also, this one, which Americans are getting a $300 stimulus payment this weekend? And I'll give you some other more important updates as well. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday. If you appreciate the fact-based, fast-paced updates, hit the like button down below. So Senate passes bill to prevent government shutdown, sending it to Biden. So this happened all yesterday, Thursday. The House passed it earlier during the day, then the Senate passed it late last night. So the president is expected to sign the measure before the end of Friday and prevent a lapse in federal funding. The legislation will keep the government running through February 18th. So it's just going to delay it maybe another 2.5 months. Doesn't mean it's officially funding the entire year, but they will take it up 2 months later. The Senate has passed the bill after Democrat and Republican leaders tamped down efforts with GOP to delay it. So originally, GOP was planning on delaying it due to vaccine mandates. Did not happen. It actually passed. Here's some more information on what happened.
Brian, the House now has the votes it needs to pass a bill that would fund the government through February the 18th. The vote so far has been largely along party lines, only one Republican voting with Democrats in favor. Once this bill clears the House, it'll head over to the Senate, where the timing of the final vote is uncertain. Lawmakers have until midnight tomorrow to avoid a government shutdown, but a handful of conservative Republicans are threatening to draw this process out into the weekend as a way of protesting the president's vaccine mandates. Now, leadership from both parties say they do not want this to happen and that they are confident this bill will eventually pass the Senate. They're just not sure exactly when. But Brian, the first step now is for the House to pass this bill, and it now looks like they have the votes to do it.
So after that video, when it passed in the House, it did pass in the Senate, and there is no government shutdown. So this is a temporary measure. This isn't the entire year. It's just going to go until February 18th. So maybe even then we'll have some more conflict between Republicans and Democrats, but it is not the long-term solution. Moving on, let's talk about Omicron. So Biden tightens travel rules amid new Omicron cases. Here is the latest video clip just an hour before I filmed this video. Check it out.
The state of New York, meanwhile, confirming 5 cases of the Omicron variant of COVID yesterday, bringing the number of states with cases of the new variant to 5. Meg Terrell joins us now with more. Good morning, Meg.
Good morning, Joe. And late last night, we heard about 2 additional cases in Los Angeles and in Hawaii. Hawaii says it is a case of community transmission because the person did not have any travel history. Here in the New York area, of course, those 5 cases, we're still learning more information about them. But overall, the picture that we know so far, the cases are all described as mild. We know the vaccination status of some of the folks. Some of them were fully vaccinated. At least one person had recently had a booster. That's the person who traveled back to Minnesota from New York City from a conference November 19th to 21st. And so there is an expectation that in the New York City area, there likely is community transmission going on. These 5 cases, not clear that they're related to that conference or to one another. So we're waiting for more information on that. Now, internationally, at least 6 additional countries identified cases of Omicron yesterday, bringing the total to at least 35 countries. So this is spreading fairly widely at this point, although it is concentrated in South Africa still. The cases there have really gone vertical in terms of the spike that we're seeing. And yesterday, researchers put out a paper saying that the reinfection risk is 3-fold higher with Omicron compared with previous variants. So people who've already had COVID are getting reinfected at higher rates than with Beta or with Delta. We did talk with a South African epidemiologist yesterday who said this does look like it's spreading faster than the Delta variant. In terms of severity, he said it looks pretty similar to Delta at this point. We've, of course, been hearing about a lot of mild cases, so the hope is perhaps it's milder. But he said it's really just too soon to tell, and they do have people in the hospital, including children. But he said he didn't think it was necessarily hitting kids harder. He just thinks that a lot of people are getting infected at once, and so you're seeing more people at once go to the hospital too. Guys?
So a really interesting takeaway there is that the person from Minnesota was fully vaccinated and had a booster shot and still got it. I guess mild cases, but still looks like like transmission is still happening regardless of vaccination status. Omicron COVID variant detected in 5 U.S. states as scientists investigate heavily mutated strains. So probably at this time, this is the latest information, just came out an hour before. At this, probably later on during the day, even tomorrow, this is going to be old news. It's probably going to be in almost all states, probably within a few days. At least that's my prediction. So Minnesota, Colorado, New York, Hawaii confirmed cases of Omicron as of yesterday, and there's going to be a lot more cases coming. So President Biden gave a speech of Omicron and what the White House is doing about it. Then I'll go over the specific details of that. Then I'll get into the stimulus check news after that.
As they study the Omicron variant, just that we have just 2 cases reported here in the United States. But as I explained on Monday, this new variant is cause for concern, but not panic. We knew there'd be cases of this of Omicron here in the United States, and it's here. But we have the best tools, the best vaccines in the world, and the best medicine, and the best scientists in the world. We're going to fight this variant with science and speed, not chaos and confusion. Just like we beat back COVID-19 in the spring and more powerful variant, Delta variant, in the summer and fall. As a result, we entered this winter from a position of strength compared to where America was last winter. Last Christmas, fewer than 1% of American adults were fully vaccinated. This Christmas, that number will be 72%, including more than 86% of seniors, the most vulnerable population. Last Christmas, our children were at risk without a COVID-19 vaccine. This Christmas, we have safe, effective vaccines for children aged 5 and older, with 20 million children and counting now vaccinated. Last year, a majority of our schools were closed at Christmas time in that area. Now, over 99% of our schools are open. But I pledge to always be straight and give it just straight from the shoulder as President of the United States and tell the American people exactly where we are. So here it is. Experts say the COVID-19 cases will continue to rise in the weeks ahead in this winter. So we need to be ready. You can read the whole plan we're talking about here at whitehouse.gov. Go to whitehouse.gov and it's all laid out in detail.
So what are your thoughts on what President Biden said about Omicron? Are we going to fight this, or is it just delaying the inevitable for the next strain to come along and do the same exact thing? Let me know your thoughts on all that down in the comments below. So this is what the action steps are from the President Biden in the White House. So President Biden announces new actions to protect Americans against the Delta and Omicron variants as we battle COVID-19 this winter. This just came out yesterday, December 2nd. So let me go through these really quick. This plan includes boosters for all adults, vaccinations to protect our kids and keep our schools open, expanding free at-home testing for Americans, stronger public health protocols for safe international travel, protections in workplaces to keep our economy open, rapid response teams to help battle rising cases, supplying treatment pills to help prevent hospitalizations and death, continued commitment to global vaccination efforts, and steps to ensure we are prepared for all scenarios. So those are the 9 steps that the White House plans on taking to combat Omicron. I'll keep you updated on what goes on with that next. Speaking of Omicron and what's going on with 4th stimulus check, so moving towards a 4th stimulus check, the economy could be hit by Omicron, but will the administration act? So when it comes to a 4th stimulus check, I don't think we're going to see it unless there are lockdowns and shutdowns. The Omicron variant itself isn't going to do it. Inflation itself hasn't really done it. It could also be that Congress has been super busy lately trying to pass multiple bills, government funding, debt ceiling, and the Build Back Better bill, but it would be in the Build Back Better bill if it were going to happen. With the petition of the $2,000 per month to every American, currently at 2,974,000 signatures, inching up, not really moving as fast as it was before, and 803 households can expect stimulus payments worth $600. Here's when. So this is talking about the California stimulus check starting November 29th. State officials began sending over 800,000 checks that were part of the Golden State Stimulus Check program. Those are the $600 checks, and it's going to go out until, or it's going to start December 13th to 31st, and it's going by zip code. So every zip code of California is going to be hit at a different time. Then we have this one. Which Americans are getting $300 stimulus payments this weekend? Another California stimulus check. So these are 20,000 Americans can expect $300 stimulus payments this weekend. This is in to low-income families in Santa Ana, California, $300 debit cards. Then we have this article right here. Surprise Christmas stimulus checks of up to $1,000 are being sent out in 7 states. Are you eligible? So let's go over those 7 states really quick. We have California with the $600 and $1,100 stimulus checks. We have Connecticut with $1,000 stimulus checks, which are going to continue until December 31st, 2021. Florida, given $1,000 stimulus checks for teachers pre-K through 12th grade, one-time payment of $1,000. Then we have New Hampshire, giving families of 3 without an income can receive a check worth up to $1,086. New Mexico, low-income households, $750. Tennessee, $1,000 checks for schools. And then Vermont, $7,500 checks for moving to the state of Vermont. A lot of the same ones. They keep recycling the same information, but I just want to share that with you just in case you weren't aware of that. Anyways, that is all the stimulus news I have for you today to hopefully brighten your day a bit. Here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hey guys, how are you doing? I just want to say something just quick for you. I just want to say that be humble and do things that you've always been wanting to do. And the things that you have not been, just leave that behind. And also be grateful what you have. Be what you want. Be what you.
Thank you so much for watching, and to continue the theme of Christine's birthday week, she wants to do as many fun things as possible. We brought the kids to a trampoline park. They were jumping, they were having fun. Bella figured out her new passion for silk aerials and doing upside down stuff like Spider-Man, and yeah, it was a really good time. So yeah, kids were jumping, kids had a lot of fun. Anyways, if you want to check out any of my other videos, you could click up here for my other channel or down here, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.